Good morning, Pallavi. How are you doing? It's so good to have you with us.
Thank you so much. I'm doing really great and I'm excited for this.
I know who you are, Pallavi, but for everybody who's listening,
Mhm.
describe in your own words, introduce yourself, and tell us who you are, what do you do in the world, and a few words about yourself that you feel like everybody needs to know.
Yes, sure. My name is Pallavi Sherigar. I am an accountant by choice. That means I have a very sedentary life and that lifestyle hazard has happened to me, like the occupational hazard. So that is something there. I love listening to music. Uh, I love dance as well, but I never felt that confidence to dance, but I'm getting there.
Love it. I love it. And you're mom to a little toddler, right?
This I'm a toddler mom. The day start and ends with her because she is with me all the time. But I look at it as a blessing now, in so many ways. In so many ways. Yes, days are busy. Some days are better. Some days are not. But the perspective to looking at her in my life is has changed.
What a gift that would be for moms, right? What made you reach out to me?
After my first pregnancy and child, I the body has gone through my body had gone through so many changes I and I felt that kind of pain and inflammation like stuck inside me and I didn't know how to get rid of it. Like I tried getting into a gym, getting into diet plans of a renowned doctor. All that didn't work for me. The pain is still there, was still there when before coming to the program. And like I had vowed myself for this year to find a resolution to it. So that is definitely, and I was following Salila on Instagram for a while now. And it was that time when I had to take action. When that time came, I knew that this was the solution for me because I had tried several things before and that didn't work for me.
Thank you for sharing that pain and inflammation that just does not budge, even though the wonderful people who come to me have worked with famous, sometimes even Ayurvedic practitioners. They come to, because that pain and that stuck inflammation, I totally get that feeling. Would you be able to give us a little bit more detail into what your before was and then after going through the cleanse program, how did you become after?
Like before the program, I had so much stuck energy, and that was because of the pains that I had, or that would be like a back pain or my leg pain is paining. So all these pains were where were they coming from? And I did not even look like my face structure looked so different that Selena. Like I didn't look myself. So when I looked at my pictures from 10 years before or even 5 years before, I knew that this current me is not that. Yeah. Right. And I could see that every day in the mirror. When I looked at myself, I knew I was not myself.
Yeah.
So that was like a big wake up call. This is not me. And I cannot be waking up in pain. Right. This is not normal at my age, at 38. I should not be waking up like this. That was definitely, that definitely led me to take action to get a resolution for myself because there is still so much negativity inside, even about myself. I don't look good. I don't feel like dressing up, right? Like I'm not beautiful. Like all those feelings that I had, and I shouldn't be feeling like that, right? And my my husband kept telling me, I know how you were, right? And you need to do something for yourself. Of course, he's definitely a major motivation, but I did not take that action till the time I felt I had those realizations myself. Like just not feeling myself overall. Like I'm a very active person and not being able to do things just did not feel myself.
Yeah. Apart from the pain and aches and the inflammation, is there anything that comes to your mind? I believe your weight was also.
So the belly fat, right? The famous belly fat, which troubles everyone. it has troubled me a lot too. So with the hormonal condition that I have, the belly fat definitely gets triggered, but also the lifestyle I had, right? Like the things that I was eating were not helping me. And I didn't know what things were causing that, right? I had no knowledge of that.
Yeah.
Also, like having a toddler is it becomes a challenge, like the emotional, the turmoil that like a mom goes through. So I felt that too. Like there was resistance in the relationship rather than like a conversation, like understanding. So that was also there. That was, and I felt like I did. I was not. She's still learning a lot of things, and I feel like she has so much patience, and I had to learn that too, right? Like I had to learn to understand her.
Yeah. 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 Was your relationship with your husband, your relationship at work, was there anything the way you were showing up that you wanted to be different before the cleanse?
My spouse, I felt there was definitely hesitation. Like I would have hesitation in saying that, okay, I have a problem with this, or we need to discuss this, or like about certain issues, right?
Yeah. Yeah. We're not
So
talking about
having,
it. I have it handled. Like,
yeah,
when you approach me.
like having those hard conversations, I was not having them. And that always strains a relationship in ways that we don't realize. So I definitely had that. And in work, I feel like I was lacking creativity, right? Like I'll talk a little bit after when I tell you the after. So that is something I was craving at work. So that has just taken a 360-degree turn for me. So I definitely felt these things were lacking.
Amazing. Thank you for painting such a vivid picture of what you were being challenged by. And it is everything wonderful women out there will resonate. Gut issues, hormonal imbalance, inflammation, pain, disrupted periods, feeling very dragged down and not ready to participate in life, missing out on our most important relationships because we are not showing up as our full loving selves that we are. Tell us about what happened after the cleanse.
So with when I took up the cleanse, like I was telling you, like I gave myself no choice. This was my only chance to reclaim myself. And I tried to give it my 200%, right? Like I did it with as much sincerity as possible. I documented my journey, like the things I ate, the exercises that I was able to do, and just the whole process. I know you give so much importance on reflecting at yourself in that journey. And that's just so important. That is what gives you like the spiritual experiences when you go through that program. Another reason I love the program is because I could eat rice. Being a South Indian.
Yeah.
So I could eat all the things that I love, but yes, with lots of veggies and fruits. So it was the program had everything that I love to eat.
Yes,
So I
women
never
will
felt
like
that I
it.
was compromising on taste or like I was not like what should I
Mhm.
eat? I never had that feeling. So that is one of the major factors that I love about the program and the diet that I followed in the program. Like I want to divide like the now rasas of life. I want to divide my after into those categories.
Yeah.
So the very first thing that I want to say is I had started the practice of gratitude, writing a gratitude journal, but just the things I was able to express in them, just so much clear and so much expressive. Like even the smallest of things that they made my day beautiful or I feel gratitude about. So that is my first thing that I was able to do clearly. And second is career. So like I was telling you about lack of creativity in my career. So right after the cleanse program, I had my performance appraisal.
Mhm.
I did it so differently from others. My manager was so happy. Like she said that I want what you have written down. I want to remind myself that I was able to contribute all these things towards your year. Like, I didn't know I was doing that. So that's what my manager told me. So that was a big high for me. And I didn't know, I like, even through the program, I was able to go through a year end, financial year end, such a crunch time. I wouldn't have been able to do that if I did not the program,
Right.
like the little things I was doing in the program. Yeah, so that was about my performance appraisal, which went great.
Amazing.
And that was right after the exam.
Yeah.
And my third point is about my kid. Just the relationship with my toddler has changed so much. Of course, she's going to do things which is going to press the stress buttons, but my response time has changed to it. The way I respond to it has changed. I'm so much more calmer. Okay, and let's like break this down, right? Like I've been seeing those reels posts that you were able to do it, but I was not able to do it before the cleanse. But after the cleanse, I'm able to do that,
Oh,
which is which has changed my relationship with her so much. Able to do things together, like we're able to sit for like a study time together. I was not able to. I couldn't figure out how to do it.
wow. Yeah. You felt like life was dragging you. Anything, any changes you noticed with your spouse, your relationship with your spouse?
Yes, with him, I feel like our intuitions are matching now. Like the things that I am thinking, he is also thinking, and he says it, and I'm like, I was thinking about the same thing.
Oh gosh, that is
That's gone to a next level, and I feel that in the little things that we are thinking and discussing about. So that's really amazing.
so happy.
And then now I feel like even with in terms of travel, like I feel like want to connect to the nature more. Like I'm looking at the moon more often. Like I had a lot of misconceptions, I would say, of looking at a moon, and but now I look at it differently, and I want to learn something from them, like, whatever is around me.
Yeah. For your natural, the cosmos around, right? What are the
Mhm.
elements around? Would you like to tell us about where you are in terms of the pain, the inflammation, the weight? Any numbers you want to share?
Yes. So before the cleanse, I weighed about 184 pounds. And after the cleanse, 188 pounds. And after the cleanse, I'm at 174 pounds, which is like a 14 pounds drop, which no other diet or exercise regime or what that I was following made it happen. And I was able to do it in the 21-day cleanse.
Yes. Yes. And it
So,
was
yes.
without starving yourself, without giving up on anything you loved.
Exactly, exactly. That's my major achievement with the program, that I was able to do this even in the other things that are happening around me. But I also, Selena, I feel calmer and peace with myself. Like
Mm.
now I really want to feel beautiful about myself. Like, I feel like myself.
Yes.
When I look at my face, I feel like, yes, this is my face. This is not the bloated and inflamed face that I had before the program. And it's like my friends and family are observing this too. It's not just my spouse. Like other people who are meeting me or seeing me after a while after the program are observing this about me. So that's one of the biggest things that
Wonderful. Radiant now. You're radiant and vital. Everybody's sensing it.
also,
Uh-huh.
because the weather that I live in, I couldn't get a solution for dryness, right? So the abhyangam that I'm doing, that just I don't feel the need for moisturization. Only I have to do a little bit of it only when it's extremely cold. It's minus 30s or something that is happening around me. So otherwise, I don't need it.
Amazing. Amazing. What about the pain and the aches and the inflammation?
That has gone. I would wake up in pain. I know that, but that has gone. Like after a certain point of time in the day, I would be exhausted and like my back would pain, but that does not happen anymore.
Incredible.
Like I would almost cry, like that, and
Yeah.
that there I'm able to feel that energy throughout the day. Like I know what when I need to rest, when I need to eat, when I need to like meditate, and what do I need to rejuvenate myself? What do I need to feel that energy again? Like having all that knowledge itself. just makes me feel really like peace within myself.
Thank you for sharing that so vulnerably. The cleanse is an investment for the support that I provide. It is my most involved program. How was your experience working with me as your guide throughout the cleanse?
Very clear directions. You gave me very clear directions on what I will be doing and like what I eat, what it does to me, and what will happen after that. So I had a very clear idea of what was happening. Like the fruits or veggies that you're asking me to, what is it going to do, right, to my body? And how is it going to really cleanse my body? So having that knowledge is just so powerful, right? And as a woman, as a mother, when I'm cooking, I'm able to take care of my family, but I'm able to actually exactly know what I can feed my what I can feed myself, what I eat, how my morning is going to be. Is it going to be smooth? It's going to be happy. Like after the program, I'm excited to cook food. Like just the happiness of
Yeah.
feel to do everything. It's definitely an investment, but if you want to be pain free, if you want to be if you want to feel that confidence in the things that you want to do on a daily basis and have the exact knowledge and information, then you have to do it for yourself, right? If you feel worth it, if you feel you are worth it, then you will do it for yourself. That's my message to all the people who are thinking about this rather than actually taking an action.
Yeah, yeah. Was there anything about the cleanse that was like very hard for you and you were stuck and you found your way out of it?
I felt like Vasti was the most difficult part, but when I actually did it, it was so easy, right? Yes. Like before I did it, I was like, oh my God, how am I gonna do it? But it turned out to be the most easiest thing, yeah, that I had to do. And when I understood why I was doing it, the way you explained it to me and how it's gonna be done, so it was very clear to me then. Yeah, when that was the only thing that I was hesitant about. Everything else with Vamana, Virech, and I was like, I could, I was not like hesitant or like scared or nervous about anything of that. It was the only thing, but it was so easy.
Amazing. You were such a champ throughout. You have, one of the most extensive notes that you kept, and we shared daily updates on the group WhatsApp.
Yeah.
How was that beneficial for you to stay accountable? The daily interaction, the support from the group itself.
I loved each like Kriti sharing her experiences, you and Nivedita, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. So all of them who were sharing their experiences and like how like it really helped me in Virechana also because I was having Avipita Churna and then but still I was not like scared like this is not gonna happen because I knew from the conversations that were happening in the group. So it kept me at peace throughout the process. Even Jill sharing that it's so important to have the veggies and the fruits throughout the program and it just becomes a way of life after that. So, like, just those tips of everybody who has gone through the program help me be like continue that throughout the program and after just smoothly.
Yeah, yeah. Do
Yeah,
you
just
think, sorry, complete your sentence.
yeah. No, I was just gonna say that it feels like that friends are with you, right? They're your friends, and even if I had a question, there was like quick response to my questions, so it was great. I that is something that kept me like cool. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So many people who've gone the same path that you are walking on right now. They are
Yeah.
okay. You'll be okay.
Yeah.
What would you say to somebody who is right now sitting on the sidelines and thinking, is it worth it? Should I jump in?
I'm just gonna say that if you feel you are important, your life is worth it, then you will definitely do it. Life is very precious, and it's our responsibility to take care of our body, take the right step. Do this now before you try several things, right? This is the point when you start to actually reclaim your health.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much for sharing your wonderful transformation with us, Pallavi. I am so proud of you. You were a champion. You came through, you did everything. It was not easy to do this with a toddler, with a full plate that is stacked up with work, with responsibilities at home. And we know how it is in the US, in Canada, where we have no domestic help, we have no support system. In spite of that, you pulled this off and you came out with stellar results. I'm so proud of you and I wish you the very best.
Thank you so much. I wouldn't have, this was not possible without you. So I'm blessed and I have so much gratitude. So much.